Okay, can you hear me now? We're going to get this right in a minute. All right, so let me say this again. We are on the air for a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for southern Talladega County and northern Coosa County by the National Weather Service office out of Birmingham. Severe thunderstorm near Blue Springs or Talladega Springs, moving out of Coosa County, out of St. Clair County into southern Talladega and northern Coosa County. And the main threat with this thunderstorm is straight line winds of about 60 miles per hour and 3/4 inch hail. So that is going to continue moving off to the south and to the southeast. That will affect locations such as Weguffca, Stewartville, if it holds together, Hanover, and then maybe eventually down here in Tallapoosa County. So you folks in Alexander City, we're going to pay attention to this storm as it moves on off to the southeast this afternoon. So that is the main reason we're here. Now let me zoom out and kind of show you what's happening all across East Alabama. We told you this morning on our primetime forecast that we were giving you about a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Yeah, probably a little bit more than that. We've got some strong storms that have developed this afternoon, stretching really from up here in Cherokee County all the way down into Cleburne. Southern Cleburne County, we have a line of storms now from I-20 all the way back down to Mount Cheahaw. That is moving to the southeast, so that's going to move into northern Randolph County. It is not severe at this time, but some gusty winds can certainly be possible with this particular storm as it moves off to the southeast. And forgive me there, I've got radios going off and making all kind of noise. And so we've got that turned down now, I think. And then we've got some more storms back over here toward Birmingham, just to the east of Birmingham, stretching all the way down into south central Talladega and extreme southwest Clay. But the main reason for the severe thunderstorm warning and the reason we are here is not that stuff that's up there in Talladega or Clay now. It's this area down in extreme southwest Talladega County and stretching down into extreme northwestern Coosa County near Blue Springs. Right there where you see the purple, that is the heaviest part of this storm as it continues to move off to the south and southeast. And that's why the Weather Service has issued the severe thunderstorm warning this afternoon. So let me just go ahead and read to you the text of this warning from the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service office in Birmingham has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Talladega County and east central Alabama, northwestern Coosa in east central Alabama until 6:15 p.m. Radars indicating a severe thunderstorm over Talladega Springs moving east at 20 miles per hour. The main hazard with this storm is 60 mile per hour wind gust, and it is radar indicated. So there's your severe thunderstorm warning from the National Weather Service. So let me jump up here and see if anybody has any comments or has anything they want to say. I think I have the sound fixed now, don't I? Somebody give me a hands up. Okay, we hear you. All right, so we got it fixed now. Wonder why Alabama has been getting all the bad weather over there. I hope it continues bringing thunderstorms and nothing serious like a hurricane or a high-tier tornado. Well, yeah, this is not tornado weather, so no main concerns there. Beverly Pike's watching us this afternoon in Rock Mills. This nasty sky in Wedowee is that line of storms up there to your northwest, stretching from about Abernathy up in Cleburne County down to around Ranburne and then stretching back over to around Delta. So if you're in Wedowee looking back to the north and the northwest, that's what you're seeing. And it is moving very slowly toward Wedowee. We are noticing some lightning with the storm. We've got one hail marker just north of Ranburne, only about a 10% chance that we have hail there. So that answers your question in Wedowee. How's Roanoke look right now? You look great. But that stuff up there north of Wedowee that's sliding to the southeast might get you a rain shower here in just a little while. Same for you, Woodland. I mean, you're just east of Wedowee, so that line of storms up there to the north of Wedowee is slowly moving your way. You got about a 30% chance, Chambers County. I mean, if this stuff over in Childersburg, stretching back down to northern Coosa County, if it continues moving to the east-southeast, it is possible that it'll get in there in an hour or two. Hey, Chad Cook, good to see you in here today. You got a few scattered showers there south of LaGrange, stretching down into northern Harris County, but that's moving to the southeast, headed toward Pine Mountain, so that slipped a little bit south of you. But looking at the big picture, if this stuff up here in southern Cleburne and northern Randolph, if it holds together, it eventually will move into Troup County in a couple of hours or less. How long until it gets into Wedowee? Probably the next 15 to 20 minutes. Storm in Talladega. Will it make it all the way to Wetumpka? Well, Wetumpka's down here in Elmore County. Right now, it probably would stay just a shade bit north of Wetumpka if it stays on the current track. Now, if the southern end of this line fills in, then you might see something down here in Wetumpka. But for now, what we're looking at that has developed already might stay just a little bit north of Wetumpka. You got time to feed cows in Graham? Probably not. You got lightning up there, so that's probably not a safe thing to do, Miss Betty. If you'll wait, I don't think this line is going to hang around long. So if you can wait about 30, 45 minutes before you feed, I think it would be safer. Yeah, Franklin, I think this will make it into Heard County. We're talking about that line up there in southern Cleburne and northern Randolph. Thank you, Tyran. I appreciate that. You folks help us out all you can on those Facebook stars, if you don't mind. That helps us tremendously. And like I was saying on our primetime forecast the other day, our weather has been very calm here lately, which is good. That's a good thing, but it's a typical summer pattern. Get those scattered afternoon thunderstorms. We really haven't had any severe weather. We certainly have had no tropical weather. So we haven't been able to do a lot of live broadcasts. There just really hasn't been a reason to. And sometimes when we don't go live, we don't have severe weather, then we kind of slip from top of mind awareness, and folks kind of forget that we're here, and that's not good as far as support is concerned. So anything you can do to help support us, we greatly appreciate it. And if you're on Facebook, the best thing to do is send us those Facebook stars. If you're not on Facebook, or if you'd rather do it a different way, you can go to our website at drdonwx.com. There's a link there on the home page where you can hit that donate button and support us that way as well. We're also looking for a couple of new sponsors also. So if you know anybody that has interest in and around Lake Wedowee, some of the restaurants up there, real estate companies, we'd love to have you pick up the Lake Wedowee forecast. Finch Realty's been with us a long time. Mr. Darren had to come off for a little while, so that slot is open, and we are also looking for a couple of more slots on our regular prime time and our severe weather coverage. So if you own a business, send me a message on Messenger, and I can show you just how reasonable it is, and we can get you in front of thousands of people here on Dr. Don's Weather. Paige, yes, generally speaking, you'll notice that we have kind of a dry slot between these two systems, which would be coming directly at Lafayette, but also notice we're beginning to see it fill in a little bit just in the last volume scan. We've seen a storm pop up there just northwest of Ashland. We've also got one that's just developing now just north of Wadley. All of that's coming toward Chambers County. So, yes, overall, generally speaking, all of this is moving in the general direction of Lafayette. So, another hour or so, you're probably going to see some stuff down there now. Mr. Jerry, you got one storm that has just started developing there around Malone, just north of Wadley. Now, that's probably going to slip just north of you up there around the Corinth and Friendship communities, most likely going to see that. But then if you look back up here around Campbell Springs, just to the north of Ashland, that one would probably be in a better position to move through the Wadley area in the next hour or so. Jessica says that it just started pouring in Gold Ridge. Thundering loud in Ophelia. That's most likely the stuff you see up here north of or just south of Delta. Okay, Regina. Randolph County, yep, been talking about Randolph County. There's your storm right there, stretching from near Ranburne all the way back down through northwest Randolph. About to move into the Graham area, Pine Hill, Newell, all the way back over to just south of Delta. All of that's moving to the south-southeast. You have a storm that's just developing now just north of Malone, or near Malone, just north of Wadley. That's moving off to the east-southeast as well. The main reason we're here doing the live coverage is going to be for this severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued by the National Weather Service, which covers southern Talladega and northern Coosa. Severe thunderstorm now just west and northwest of Wetumpka. That's the heaviest part of this storm. And it is moving to the southeast this afternoon. The main threat from this storm is going to be 60-mile-per-hour straight-line winds and maybe some small hail. But the main threat's going to be those gusty winds. So again, zooming back out, big storm over there around Thomaston, Georgia. Then you can see some storms forming up here in northwest Georgia near Rome, just south of Calhoun, just to the east of Dalton. But yet again, up here at the Dr. Don Studios, we are high and dry, not a cloud in the sky. Been like this all summer. We have not received any measurable rain in about 2 months now at my location. And it doesn't look like today is going to be any different. Beginning to see and probably hear some rumbles of thunder there in Wedowee. If you're practicing baseball in Woodland, I'm going to tell you that, now let me check a couple of things here. Bear with me just a second. Yes, Woodland, if you are practicing baseball outside in Woodland, I would go ahead and tell everybody to go to their vehicles. You've got lightning well within 10 miles of Woodland, and that's all you need to get struck by lightning. So, it does appear that maybe the lightning output is not as strong as it was just a few moments ago, but that storm is close enough to you, Woodland. And I would go ahead and at least put everybody in their vehicles or shelter inside, certainly not out on the baseball field or the practice field until this storm passes. I mean, it's about to start pouring rain in Woodland anyway. So you're going to have to call it. You might as well go ahead and do it now to make sure everybody is safe until this thing passes. And that would be anywhere north of Wedowee in Randolph County. And as we get down here into the southern part of Randolph County, if you're outdoors in Roanoke, back over toward Wadley, if you're in Wadley, you're probably already close enough to the storm to be struck by lightning. Folks, we have had, I've actually lost count on how many lightning injuries we've had up here in North Georgia. We had a horrific situation less than a week ago on top of Mount Yonah. Most of you probably saw that on the national news, where 2 Army Rangers that were training on top of the mountain were killed by a tree that blew out of the top of a tree during a severe thunderstorm on top of the mountain. So this is not something that we want to take lightly. I mean, if you got an approaching thunderstorm, if you hear thunder off in the distance, if there's a warning, if you see darkening skies, just go ahead and be safe. Use a little common sense. It's moving towards you, and it's time to seek shelter indoors. It's just not worth it. No, Sherry, it will not be an all-night thing. By probably, what are we looking at here? 5:47 Central. Probably by 8 p.m. this stuff will be all gone. Hey, Shannon, watching us in Tin Shop, Hot Ash. We appreciate it. Deborah's in Wedowee. Renee's watching us on Lake Wedowee. Hey, Jonathan, appreciate that. Yeah, you know, I was supposed to be there too, and COVID got our household. The reason I wasn't there, things work in mysterious ways, though. That would have been a long trip for the soaking that took place there at Warren Sewell Field. I still would have rather have been there with you guys, though. Question: how long before it gets to Roanoke, Welch? Well, you've got that little storm that's developing there near Malone that's going to probably drift toward Welch. So maybe about 30 minutes there. This stuff in the northern part of Randolph County, probably another 30 to 45 minutes before it's in there. Hey, Bernard. War Eagle, buddy. No warnings in Randolph County. So if you're at Roxton, Wedowee, Woodland, Roanoke, Wadley, Graham, nothing severe, but we do have a lot of storms moving into Randolph County. The only warning that we have out there right now is for southern Talladega and northern Coosa County. And that is moving pretty much along and just south of 280, and it's going to pretty much parallel 280 moving to the southeast. We'll wait and see if they hold on to that warning as it moves a little further southeast. Providence is watching us this afternoon. Benny Floyd. Hey, Benny, good to see you. Wait a minute, y'all are typing too fast here. No, I did not need to see Bernard's reply. We'll just move right along. Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. We're all doing very good, and our plan now, our next road trip will be October 1st at Fall Fest in Roanoke. We'll be there. We're planning on setting up and taking the Dr. Don Road Show on the road. We've got lots of T-shirts because we didn't get to give any away for Vern Fest, so we have extra T-shirts. So we're going to be giving away a lot of T-shirts because that's probably going to be our last. Well, I mean, I take that back. We may do something at one of the ball games before football season's over, but yeah, October 1 for sure. We will be in Roanoke at Fall Fest. Beginning to see another line form now near Roanoke. We'll zoom in and show you this one up close and personal. So just in the last couple of volume scans there, from just southeast of Potash down through High Shoals, Crystal Lake, just north of Roanoke, and then down there between Dickert and Doublehead in the southern part of the county, right along the Chambers County line, we're beginning to see a storm develop there. And then that one that developed near Malone is growing a little bit to the north and also stretching down to around Daviston. And that's moving off to the east-southeast as well. Hey, Scott Smith in Kellyton, Alabama. You need to keep an eye on this storm over here in Coosa. You're right there on 280, and this storm is moving in your general direction. However, I'll go out on a limb and tell you this storm does not look quite as intense as it did about 15 minutes ago. Let me back up, and you can see right there we started to lose the intensity. You see the pinks and the purples right there in the middle, and then when I move it forward, that was at 5:41, and then by 5:43 that was pretty much gone. And so that real heavy core to the storm does not appear to be there, though you can see over the history of that storm it is ramping up and down. It's just kind of pulsating, so that certainly could come back. And we continue with the severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 6:15, which makes it all the way over to about Hanover. So you folks down here in Kellyton and in Alexander City, pay attention to this. We'll see what the Weather Service does with it. Zoom back out. You can see the big picture. Not a whole lot happening in West Georgia right now, with the exception of this line of storms that's down here in northern Randolph. Does stretch all the way back up to just west of Carrollton and all the way back up to I-20. Question about Lineville. And you've got that one, you got two cells in Clay County. You've got one just north of Ashland, and then one down here around Brownsville. That one just north of Ashland is moving toward Lineville. It is not severe. You've only got a couple of lightning strikes in that storm, but that is moving toward Lineville. And then if we go back up here and look at the northern Randolph storm, it appears to be weakening as well. I think we're seeing a transfer of energy to the northern part of this now, because it certainly looks stronger up here around Mount Zion, all the way down to around Bowden. Still pretty strong right there around Bucktown and Graham, but from Newell all the way back down to around Liberty or just north of Wedowee, not as strong as it was about 10 minutes ago, and we certainly don't see the lightning output that we saw a few moments ago. But it is going to rain for you folks who are practicing baseball there in Woodland. Even though it looks like the lightning has calmed down, you're about to get wet. It's going to rain there. Opelika. Yeah, so for right now, all's well down here in Lee County. Nothing happening there, nothing back over in Elmore County. All this is moving to the southeast, so you'll probably get your turn in a couple of hours. Thunder between Ashland and Millerville. Roanoke, you've got a shower developing there right on top of you, really, actually just to the north of downtown Roanoke. And then you've got another small line developing off to your west, and then we have some bigger storms up in the northern part of Randolph that's probably going to go on over into Hurd. So you got what you got right now, Roanoke, and then you have another line developing just to your west. None of it is severe at this point. Miss Kim says that she's got rain out on County Road 43. That's from that second line I was just talking about, developing just west of Roanoke. And this stuff up here in Ashland has more of a southeastern component to it, so it could very easily end up down here in Wadley or just north of Wadley as well. Yeah, that is the leading edge of this line of storms moving in around Pop's Landing up here. But again, we're not seeing much in the way of lightning with this at the moment. Let that, yeah, I'm just showing one lightning strike there in the last few minutes. Now, most of the lightning right now is back up there around Hawk, Pine Hill, Graham, Ranburne, around Bowden. And then, of course, we have lots of thunder and lightning up there on 100. I mean, on between I-20 and Mount Zion over in Carroll County. And tremendous lightning up there north of Tallapoosa, west of Buchanan, and southwest of Cedartown. Valley, you've got some showers there to your northwest. All that's moving in your general direction, so I think you'll get a little rain. Same for Pennon. Thank you, Lorraine England. We appreciate you. I'll always appreciate you, Lorraine. You hooked me up for life. Joe says it is raining in Roanoke. Summer's watching us in Wadowee. Kenneth Brown says it's raining in Hackneyville. Well, there's producer Tracy. She has joined us. Producer Granny Meemaw Tracy. All right, so for those of you just joining us or coming up on 5:59, coming up on 6 p.m. on your Monday afternoon, we have showers and thunderstorms across East Alabama and West Georgia. We have just lost our severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for southern Tallapoosa and northern Coosa, which is what I expected. I just got through showing you that that storm is not as strong as it was just a few moments ago. And so we have lost the severe thunderstorm warning now for southern Talladega and northern Coosa. And so at the moment, we have no severe thunderstorm warnings. We have no warnings of any kind across East Alabama. Was the best hookup, Lorraine. Hey, Jimmy, thank you. So at the moment, we have no severe weather warnings for East Alabama, so we're going to wrap this up in just a few moments. As those of you who follow me know that that's the criteria. We go under severe thunderstorm warning, or if we have any tornadic weather, of course, we go live. And then in the wintertime, it's winter storm warnings that kind of act as the trigger as to when we go live. So we have lost our warnings now. But before I step aside, let me kind of bring you up to date on what we're looking at here. These are showers and thunderstorms that developed this afternoon. Some of them are capable of some gusty winds, 25, 35, maybe even 40 miles per hour. If you go under a severe thunderstorm warning this afternoon, odds are it's going to be for damaging straight line winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. Some hail is also possible. And, of course, most thunderstorms always bring dangerous lightning with them, so you're going to want to be careful about that as well. I know it's that time of afternoon where you have football practice, baseball going on, lots of outdoor activities. So you folks who are in charge, be very careful about that. Be weather aware, especially the rest of this afternoon. You start to see darkening skies, and it's coming toward you. It's time to think about where you're going to go to get everybody into a place of safety. Don't wait until it gets right on top of you. Then it could be too late. Just remember, if you've got lightning within 8 to 10 miles of where you are, you're close enough to get struck by lightning. And the best thing to do, if you hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning, even after the storm passes you. So take into effect that 30-minute rule. You hear thunder, you wait 30 minutes. You hear another thunder within that 30 minutes, you start that clock over again. And you keep doing that until you go 30 minutes without hearing or seeing thunder or lightning. Then you're safe. That's the best thing to do. So what does the rest of the week have in store for us? Well, I think tomorrow is going to be a pretty nice day with very little, if any at all, shower and thunderstorm activity. And then it's going to start back up on Wednesday. We're giving you about a 50 to a 60% chance of rain on Wednesday afternoon. And then Thursday and Friday look like they could be stormy both days. At about a 70% chance of thunderstorms Thursday and again on Friday. And I know week 1 of high school football coming up this Friday night in Alabama. So you may have to carry your rain gear with you to the games Friday night. We're going to keep you updated on that as we go throughout the remainder of the week. Again, folks, don't forget to support us. If you're on Facebook, send us those Facebook stars. That's what we like to see. But if you want to do it a different way, or if you're not on Facebook, if you're watching us over on YouTube or Twitter, then all you have to do is go to drdonwx.com. There's a donate button there on our homepage where you can support us. If you own a business, please send me a message on Messenger and let me just kind of tell you what you can do. And we can put you in front of thousands of people every time we go live and every day when we do our weather forecast every morning. Our primetime forecast is typically out by 6 o'clock Central every morning. And we can get you on that as well, get you some results, and you'll be supporting us here on Dr. Don's Weather at the same time. So I look forward to talking to you if you own a business. All right, folks, so we're going to keep an eye on this as we go throughout the remainder of the afternoon and into the evening hours. If we go under another severe thunderstorm warning for any of our counties across East Alabama or West Georgia, then I'll be right back with you, and we'll continue our coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. Thanks for joining us.